2 potatoes, garlic, Parmesan, nice marbled steak. And get your oil, rosemary, and thyme. For our main course of the menu, we're having a nicely seasoned T-bone steak, which I got for cheaper, and we'll be butter basting it and putting a little bit of olive oil and butter basting it with some garlic, some rosemary, and some thyme. And next we have our side. We have potatoes, making some truffle fries with garlic, Parmesan, and parsley, and our black truffle. Oh, and my Parmesan is in the fridge. Probably got that. And for dessert, we will be having a chocolate Nutella fudge, which is an off-brand Nutella, and then some sea salt on the top. So for the chocolate Nutella fudge, you're going to want 500 grams chocolate, and then you're going to microwave this in 30-second bursts and stir until it is completely smooth. And then we will add our Nutella. It a couple times. It should look like this. And now you're going to get 420 grams of Nutella and add that in. I've added my 420 grams of Nutella. I then mixed it up, and now I will be putting it into a baking pan with some baking sheets. Fudge in the pan. Put it in the fridge or freezer for no longer than an hour. We have our steak. You know, we got some great marbling. Got a bone in, just beautiful looking steak. And we've got our seasonings. We just salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil just to keep it on. And we're working with cast iron, best thing for steaks, and I think butter basting. I love it. So here we're gonna get to the seasoning. A little bit of olive oil on there, and then get a spoon and slide that around. Don't need much. Now other side. Just a little bit of work. There we go. I'll get that on there. Perfect. Now you're gonna get your salt, and you're gonna do a generous amount of salt on there to get flavors out. Really get all the salt in everywhere. A little more. And that should be good for that side. And just a little more. Now we are going, there's a little more. Now you're going to flip that over and salt the other side. Another generous amount of salt in here. Get all that flavor. And now, once you do that, you're going to get your salt and put it on here. And then, I can't really do this with one hand, but you're going to just put it on there and get the salt all over that crust. So you can get a nice crust in there. Look at that, it's pretty good salt. Maybe just a little more. There we go, that looks good. Now do that with the other side. Look at that. Some more. And this might be a little harder, but it was a little tougher because of the bone, but just slap some on there. Now, once you have your salt on there, you're going to want to let it rest for 10 minutes to get that salt in there and get it really nicely seasoned. So now, while I rest, I'm going to prepare my French fries. Potatoes, and I'm not going to cut this with one hand, so I will just give you a before and an after. Potatoes cut up, and it's been about 5 to 10 minutes since I put the salt on. So now I'm going to be putting the pepper on, and I can only do that with 2 hands, so I will have to stop videoing. But our steak is nicely seasoned with salt and pepper on both sides and on the crust. We are going to add a little bit of olive oil to our, oh, that's a lot, pan. And now we put it on for that beautiful sound You know you're doing it right. In minutes, we flip the steak and you get this great crust. And now we're gonna wait a couple more minutes and flip it again. And then we will start butter basting. Video the butter basting, because I obviously needed 2 hands, but here's the final product. We put some thyme, rosemary, butter, and garlic in there, and it turned out great. About 135 degrees, so about medium rare, pretty good. And now moving on to the truffle fries. We're gonna use that same pan we cooked our steak in to get all those flavors back into those fries. And so we're just gonna heat this up real quick and then add in the fries. Wash your fries in at least cold water for like an hour, and also like rinse them off with water. We have our fries in the cast iron at about 300 degrees. And we'll give them a little and then flip them and go on to the next. Our final result with the fries. So now we're gonna take them off, let them cool down, and make some truffle. I like to put some sea salt on there. Just mix that around. Finally, for our truffle fries, you're gonna get your fries, add them into a pan, and then you're going to get, actually I have to use 2 hands, so I will do 4. You're gonna need about 4 little things of garlic. I already put 2 in there. And then you're gonna need some truffle oil, some parsley, and some Parmesan. Now you're gonna get your truffle oil and add that in. About that much of the truffle oil, Parmesan. Get a little sprinkle, a little more. Sprinkle it on, maybe a little more. There we go. Yeah, you can do a little more. And now, that back on. Got Celsius here. And get some parsley. Your parsley, and finally just the mix. Here's the finishing product. You got your fudge, truffle fries, beautiful steak with bone. And now time to plate it. Some beautiful medium rare right there. Got our fudge, truffle fries. Bryn's a big fan of it. She's gonna try and steal some food from me. And so Bryn will be the judge of that. Let's see how she likes it. Hopefully she doesn't try and swallow it. Oh, here comes Baylor. Baylor, you are allergic to beef. You cannot eat that. We're gonna be trying everything. It's fine. The best bite we can find. That looks like a pretty good bite. Right there, it's a good bite. That was a great bite of steak. Might have let it sit a little too long. Got a little warm, not as hot as I would like, but you know, if I didn't have to make all this food, I probably wouldn't have had it so long, but great steak. Try a truffle fry here. Let's get a crispy one. Good crunch. That's good. That's really good. And bite of fudge, probably not the best way. Good. Simple fudge, but tastes great. Overall, really enjoyed the food making it. I know Bryn enjoyed her bone. He didn't get any because he's allergic, but overall, just turned out great. Here we have the receipt. Spent about $60 because I had most of the stuff in my house, like the garlic, and most of the spices are at my house. Yeah, but I mean, I probably wouldn't have been 27 because I didn't really need both the Hershey Kisses, so not that much. I mean, it's like $50 around there for everything. I mean, great meal for that. So also, I could have gotten probably a better or cheaper steak, but I decided to get a porterhouse just for myself because I'm home alone. So don't get anyone to rate it for me, but I mean, overall, I enjoyed it a lot, so